So I have this story that I tend to tell people that helps me to break down the truth of the matter of things in my life. And it helps me to explain uh, some of the hurts and hangups and habits that I have or I accumulated over the last 44 years of my life. Uh, and it goes a little something like this, especially for women. We like to um, talk. We like to talk in the bathroom. That's why we go in groups or not alone. We like to talk on the phone. We like to just talk. We are talkers. We are social creatures. And one of the things that I try to put into perspective for where I am right now in my life is the understanding that some people that you have or had in your life were not good for you. And it is easier for us to walk into a situation with other women or even men sometimes and sit and talk about your day, your experiences at work, your experiences at the grocery store, your experience at a meeting, a soccer game, or whatever. It is easy for us to just unload on our friends because we're comfortable with our friends. But what I realized is that as women, especially, we carry purses with us. And sometimes the things in our purses can come in handy, like the band aids I carry in my purse, or I don't know, the taser. I don't know when I'm going to need it. I don't know when I'm going to need the band aid. But I also have just like random things at the bottom of my purse that probably don't serve a purpose at all. So we like each other's purses and we comment on each other's purses and, where'd you get that? And that's so cute. And I love the color and it matches your outfit or your eyes or whatever. But here's one thing that I know for me to be true is that we tend to want what the other person has in their purse or in their clothing or in their life. And we don't pay attention to the gifts that we've been given and that we have and the blessings. So when things aren't going the way that we want them to go, or someone hurt our feelings, or we had a bad experience with something, we like to talk to our friends about that. And for me, it wasn't uncommon to basically, metaphorically speaking, unload the contents of my purse at the table or at the bar or wherever with my friend or companion in the conversation. And so I would say something along the lines of so and so and so and so and so and so and this happened and this happened and girl, like, you'll never believe what I did. I feel guilty about this. And then that person would then slowly, sometimes quickly, remove the content of her purse that might match up with the content in my purse. And we'd sit there and we would compare um, their contents with the contents of mine. And we would either, laugh about it, cry about it, or we'd get deep in it and start like, I know, right? Like, that sucks. And, I'm going to just tell her I'm not dealing with that. Or, we'd get all in and get riled up and our adrenaline would be pumping. And then, like, more like anger and frustration would set in. And instead of like being like, girl, it's okay. Like, I got the same thing in my purse, but I just don't pull it out anymore. Like, it doesn't serve a purpose. I should probably just take it out of the purse and put it in the trash. But, um, you know, for whatever reason, it's in the bottom of my purse because I might need it or whatever. So just imagine like your friend comes to visit. You haven't seen her in a while or whatever. Family comes to visit and you haven't seen them in a while. And they walk in the door and they're carrying, their bags for the week, or hey, they may be planning on staying a month and you only think they're staying a day. But they bring in all this baggage and they start like unpacking their baggage. And turns out like you've got some baggage that you forgot to unpack from your last trip or whatever. So you start like going, oh yeah, like that's so cool. Let me show you mine. Mine's good, but it might even be better, So let's just compare. And so we sit around and we talk about what, they have in their bags and they brought in the house. And you talk about what you still have packed in the bags that you forgot to unpack from your last trip home or on a vacation or to work or whatever. And then before you know it, you're like literally surrounded on the floor with all the stuff in the bags and you're just like comparing it. And it's good and you laugh and you cry and you get angry and you like, I don't know. I mean, you spray the perfume and you try on the lipstick or you like just wallow in all of the stuff that's in the bags. And then before you know it, it's time for the person to leave, your friend or your family. And turns out when they left, they forgot some of their baggage, contents from their bags. And they ended up accidentally taking some of yours too with them out the door to their next destination, whether it be home or wherever. And you find yourself like your bags are getting fuller. And their bags are getting fuller because you've now shared the contents of those bags that they brought in to your home or your workplace or I don't know. And it gets you to thinking like, well, my life's not that bad, or man, his life or her life is shit. Sorry, I had to say it, but and then like when you start unpacking the contents of now your newfound items that you've accumulated from the visit with the friend or the family member, you realize like, I might be able to use this, or I might be able to use this for good, or I might be able to use this for bad, or I might be able to add this to my toolbox, but we need to learn to decipher like what in the bag is necessary. We need to lighten our loads. We need to take off or take out some of the contents that we don't need on a regular basis. This is a reality check for me because I like to pack my bags, like overpack. Like I have to pay extra money sometimes when I go on a trip because my bag is too heavy. The last trip we went on a cruise on our way back, like I had to remove the contents of one of my bags and put it in my son's because it was too heavy or they were going to charge me an extra $20. So reality is I'm learning how to pack a little bit better. I'm learning how to lighten my load. I'm learning to not need the carry-on for the carry-on. That my purse doesn't have to have as many contents in it. And I don't need to take on the contents of somebody else's bags to add to my already load that's heavy that I'm trying to lighten. So, because when we do that and we start unpacking that, then it spills over into like my kids and my behaviors and my attitudes and my frustrations, and it adds to my day. And then before I know it, like I've taken the content out and I've put it on and I've sprayed it on or whatever, and now whatever I touch or whatever I encounter now has some of it on it. Like some of the contents from my friend's bag is now in my possession, and now I've got it on my body, and now I'm adding it to my house, like to whatever experiences that I'm getting ready to encounter. So I usually use the metaphor of like mud or something worse. So when the garbage from the bag starts like spinning around me and hits the fan, like it's spinning and the fan's still keeping me cool, but now stuff is like flying off the fan, all that baggage. and it's hitting the walls, and then I'm trying to clean the walls, and it's getting on my clothes, and it's getting on my hands, and then like the next person I encounter now has it on them, and I'm standing in it, and I'm trying to clean my shoes, but it's only getting on me more. And then as I'm trying to clean it all off. I'm realizing that I'm making a bigger mess of all of it. And it's getting far messier than it ever was, shoulda, coulda, woulda been, because I chose to keep the contents or take the contents or give some of my contents away for that matter. And so now I try to remember that when I'm sitting with somebody who's hurting or who has been in similar shoes than me, that it's important that they don't really leave their contents with me, but yet they lighten their load by me offering a trash can or a garbage disposal, so that they can flush it or get rid of it or destroy it or burn it or shred it or flush it down the toilet. And then we add a lighter bit of content to the 10 that they took out. We just add like 1. And so their baggage is getting lighter. Like, we tend to want to just compare the goods and bads and the uglies of our life instead of lifting up other people. We want to add more baggage. And today I think less is more for me. Like, who would have thought? Like, I always thought like I need more groceries. I need more cans of green beans. I need to make some soup today and some chili. But my house needs to be cleaned again today, even though I just did it yesterday. I just kept adding and adding, like, and people who know me personally know that like my list was always hovering over me. Like, I'm like, I just have this list. I can't get rid of this list. And it's dragging me down. It's affecting me. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And it was like an ongoing list. So it's something I learned for me that works. Instead of having a to-do list, I have a to-done list so that I can actually see what I actually did today instead of what I needed to do. Because chances are the things that I actually did and accomplished is more than the list that I would have made anyway. So today I just say, come and sit with me. Let's share ideas. Let's share our experience, strength, and hope, and make sure that when we're discussing the baggage that we have a bag carrier, and that bag carrier is not us. That bag carrier is the Lord, and He is asking us to cast our burdens on to Him, and He will lighten the load for us if we would just trust the process and purpose. So, however painful it may be, this may be the opportunity in your life to actually ask your friends to come and visit and leave their purse in the car, or to tell them to travel lightly, that we're going to have a fun weekend or a fun trip and all this stuff. So I today personally find it freeing to not have to feel like I have to have 10 outfits for a 3-day trip just in case we need to go to a cocktail party and I forgot to bring a dress. I brought 3. I'm all set with matching shoes. I don't dress for what people want or expect of me. I used to do that when I traveled home to Cincinnati to make sure that it wasn't what I wanted to wear, but what others would expect me to wear or not wear, and thinking about what they're going to say or think about what outfit I chose to go to dinner or whatever. Usually when you see me, I'm in sweats and yoga pants. I mean, does it say about this is I mean, this is me. If you know me, this is pretty much me. Every once in a while I might put on some makeup, but rarely ever. I don't have any makeup on. I want to be so true to myself and so raw to myself that I want my bags to be lightened or empty so that I can fill them up with the treasures that are given to us in the blessings that we open our eyes to every day. Like, I want to start each day with an empty bag and see what blessings are coming my way instead of adding like this weight of um, that's put on us by the world, like the people, the places, the things, the events, and stuff like that. So I'm so thankful for therapy. I'm so thankful for my sponsor. She knows who she is. I am grateful for church shopping. I'm so thankful for Celebrate Recovery and other awesome things like Brianna's Hope. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, all my gratitude and all glory go to God because He's led me to a new way of living, and He has opened my eyes to endless possibilities. And I know that if I seek, I will find. And sometimes I will find a door closed or locked, and it will not be the one that He wants for me, but it's what I wanted. So other doors can open for me. So today, if I leave you with any kind of experience, strength, and hope, I'm asking you to lighten your load, take out the unnecessary contents of your bag. You might not want to do it alone. You might want to have a like-minded individual help you to sort through what they think must stay and what must go. It's kind of like cleaning out our closet. Like, I haven't worn that in a while. I don't think I need that anymore. But what if I lose weight? I might wear that. Anyway, you need somebody probably to help you decipher what needs to stay and what needs to go, because I know I do. I can't do this alone. And even still then, I carry around things that people are like, why do you have that in your purse? But it comes in handy sometimes. And I always justify and rationalize why I have a pair of tweezers in my purse. And I don't even know. There's just random things but I end up being the one like Laura has it. So ask her. I bet she has it in her purse. So there are some things that end up being handy to help others that are in your purse, but chances are there's some stuff in there that just needs to either go to the trash or be shredded and put new contents in your purse or your briefcase or in your storage files or wherever, and be ready to add some new lighter things, because for whatever reason we like to carry heavy stuff even though we're lazy and we don't like to really be burdened. We burden ourselves. We don't want to be burdened by others, and we don't want to be made to feel uncomfortable, but yet we freaking add so much burden to our own selves that we are so freaking like unaware of how much crap we add to our own selves. And then we bring other people in to add more to them, and they add more to you. So lighten the load. Get real. What do you need? You know what you need. It's the only way. It's the right way. It's not the easy way. You need the cross. You need to carry the cross through grace and mercy and His unfailing love and His death and resurrection. Girls and boys, we have been given a gift that is not earned. We certainly didn't deserve it. And guess what? You can't return it. So, yeah, this is a no return policy kind of gift. So, lighten your load. Get rid of the bags. And stop keeping the contents that aren't necessary. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.